Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints of this world, and to each of you divine soul connected with us through this satsang. So in today's satsang, we will be covering Sutra number 34 from the Vibhuti Pad of the Raja Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Maharaj. Commentary by my Pujniya Worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda ji, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started on Sutra number 34 from the Vibhuti Pad. It says, Hridaye Chitta Samvitam. Again, Hridaye Chitta Samvitam. So by performing samyama on the heart, one acquires the knowledge of the mind stuff. So now with this samyama energy that you have learned how to focus, deep, penetrate, a yogi pretty much can get all these different things. So as we see in these different sutras, whenever or wherever the yogi puts his concentration, meditation and samadhi experience, penetrates through that, everything becomes visible to him wherever he focuses. So in this case, we are talking about the heart. So once you focus on the heart center, which is also called the Anahata chakra in the Kundalini Yoga, it is very good. At that point, he is able to connect to the mind stuff, because the mind resides in the heart center. So the heart, that is where the seat is of the mind. The Agya chakra, the space between your two eyebrows, is the Agya. Agya means command. So that's the command center, and that is the seat of the intellect. So important to note, mind that we say that gives decisions to the senses to do certain things or not. So therefore controlling the mind becomes extremely important on this path, and that mind resides in the heart chakra, whereas the intellect resides in the Agya chakra, in between your eyebrows. So while exercising reason, you may have noticed a person frowns or concentrates too deep when they are thinking, because the intellect automatically tries to settle on the Agya chakra, and then he contracts his muscle or eyebrows during that process. But when a person is experiencing peace, pleasure, happiness, you see a certain smile on their face, a certain aura, and they feel so relaxed, and that's the indication that now they are connected to the heart, the emotion, and they are relaxing from that way. These are the mystical differences. So again, intellect in the Agya and mind in the heart. And vasanas, which are subtle desires, they keep arising from your chitta. Chitta is your unconscious or subconscious self, where all these thought processes, everything that we see, like, dislike, are lodged in. So all these thought waves keep on coming like waves of the ocean. So desires and thoughts that arise out of these vasanas are linked to the Agya chakra, the region of the intellect. So that's the thing. Meditation on the heart is the most effective method for acquiring the knowledge of the mind stuff. And the purer the heart, the more one is able to meditate on the heart successfully. Therefore, we are guided to maintain brahmacharya, celibacy, and then try to eat vegetarian food, try to keep a pure lifestyle, meditate on a certain time, so we can increase our purity. Why? The reason is because when we start purifying ourselves, samyama becomes much easier. And think of a lake with muddy water. You can't see anything in there, but when the water calms down, settles down, you see the whole view beautifully, and it's very peaceful. That's how our inside is as well. So we need to learn how to purify all the contamination over time, and that's where it takes time for us to evolve. So this meditation leads to the knowledge of the Purusha or the spirit, which is described in the next sutra. Purusha is the Atma. So therefore we are doing all these things to achieve the end goal of knowing who we are and finding that mystic power that is driving us, that is making us operate and do things. But we have to have patience and learn this in a very methodical, mystical sort of way. We cannot rush through this, therefore it takes time. And if you start enjoying it, then this becomes the most pleasant journey. So therefore, if you practice more and more meditation on your heart chakra, which is called the anahat. Ahat means sound and anahat means without sound. You will start enjoying the mystic bliss that is coming from your own heart. Then you can start seeing the behavior of the mind, and the mind will start to cooperate once you start becoming pure. So very important sutra, and I hope you are enjoying these sutras and you're following this in your practical life. Only then we can evolve and grow much faster and much better, but in a holy way. And so therefore then it becomes sustainable. We can't rush through these things. This is not the worldly process. This is the spiritual process. And once we do it correctly, then these powers come to stay, and our life is like a blooming flower. Wherever the fragrance starts to come, we start to enjoy the mystic energy, and everybody around us also can feel that energy, that presence, even if we don't say any words at all, just because, just like the smell of a flower automatically sends its fragrance. Similarly, these yogis automatically generate this mystic fragrance and energy to all, because they have perfected themselves and are in the process of doing that for the rest of their life. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you feel you're finding these sutras as helpful, please continue to subscribe and share with all your friends, whoever you know, because this is the best form of selfless service you can do. This world is so full of stress, tension. People are worried, they are not happy. They may be making money, but then again they're not finding peace within. So if you can slowly bring people on this path, you can share these videos, for example, with them. Maybe some of them may find this transformational and life-changing. And even if one person starts coming on this path, then our job is done. Our mission is accomplished. We are here to light candles in this dark world wherever we can, and with no expectation of any sort, only then. So this is a selfless path, and the more selfless work we all do, the more we will grow. I hope you enjoyed this satsang. I will come with the next sutra tomorrow. Om Tat Sat.